This is Bill. I'm going to show you a couple things to do with Lottery Pool Manager. Some of the users are getting a little confused adding members to their lottery pool and how to associate those members with lists for those pools. So real quick here, once you log in, I've already created this fake account here. Once you log in, you're brought to the winning numbers page, and as you can see, I'm working in my development environment, so the latest draw date I have is back in November of last year. So we're going to go to manage our members. Now, I've already created a few members for this lottery for my users, my fake users here. I'm a fan of NCIS, so what I did was I used Jethro Gibbs, Tony Donoso, Ziva David, and now I'm going to add a couple more real quick here. We're going to use Tim McGee, and he's going to be T McGee at ncis.com, and everybody kind of has the same phone number there, right? Because it's the same office. And I'll just add this one here. And the most common are the AT&T for the wireless carrier, AT&T, and the second or the most common is Verizon, and they only have one to select from. You can send a test message, a text message to the cell phone number, and since this one is made up, I'm not going to do that right now. Or you can send a test email, and I highly doubt it would actually go through here, so I'm not going to click that at this point either. But if your users, if your members don't mind you doing that, again, check with them. If they have unlimited texting, which a lot of people do, then it probably wouldn't cost any more money for you to send a text. Go ahead and send a text message and make sure that you have the right carrier and phone number for each of your members, as well as the email address, because there are times when emails get bounced back, and I will forward those to the manager, the lottery pool manager, just to make sure they have the right email address and that it's open to that. So we're going to add the member here. Invalid phone number. Yeah, we need another 2 there, don't we? Okay. So now it's added here. So you would go through and enter all of the members in your lottery pool here, regardless of whether it's a Powerball member or a Mega Millions member. Sometimes they're on one or either list. Sometimes they're on both. So here's how that works. I created a list called Domo Notify, partially because I lived in Japan for a while. And once I click on this, I know the cursor doesn't look like it's clickable, but it is. So once you click on that list here, it shows you the people who are on the list already. And as you can see, we just added Tim McGee. So I'm going to add him to the list by selecting him in the drop-down and then add him. Okay? If you add him again, he's going to get 2 messages. So, that's one of the validations I don't do, and hopefully when you managers are managing your list properly, you won't be adding them in twice here. Okay? So let's say this was for the one we're going to use for Mega Millions. Let's say we have a Powerball, and I'm going to create the list over here, and it's going to be Powerball Notify. So we're going to add the list here, like that. Then we're going to select it. And we don't have any members on this list. So we're going to add Tim and Jethro and Ziva. Tony doesn't want to play Powerball, so he doesn't contribute to that one. And that's how you create your lists. Well, where do we use those lists? Well, let's go back up over here, and where you created your pools in the beginning, we're going to manage our pools. So you can have as many lottery pools as you want, and you can have one or more lists to associate with those lottery pools. Okay, so as you can see, I have a Mega Millions, two of those, three of those, and two Powerball lottery pools. And it's just an example here that you can, you can create as many pools as you want. Now, if you want to associate a list with it, you click the Edit button, and then you select the list that you created. So this is Mega Millions, and I'm going to select that list. Here is a checkbox that you can say, I want Lottery Pool Manager to track the amount of money that I've won for this lottery pool. And that's a pretty cool thing. I do that myself. It will show you on one of the pages, this page right here, if you click this button, it will show you for each of the lottery pools that you select how much money you've spent and how much you've won. So we're going to update this, and that's going to save it. So now that list, when you play lottery pool tickets for this lottery pool, each of the members on this list are going to be notified of the results. So for Powerball, cancel that. We're going to go down here and select the Powerball one, and then we're going to select the Powerball Notify. And I like to track my winnings. You don't have to, and if you want to keep that private, that's up to you. I like to track the winnings because it will tell me at the end of the year how much money I've spent, so I can claim that on my taxes. Lottery losses are deductible, so I'm going to save that. And when the Powerball drawing occurs, when I play tickets for this lottery pool, each of the members in this list are going to be notified. So if I had everybody on one single list, I can just use that list for all of these. So once it's used for one lottery pool, doesn't mean you can't use it again for this lottery pool. Okay, I hope that helps everybody. Let me show you this screen real quick. So you select whatever pool that you want to see the results for, and this one doesn't have any data at all. So I could go back to 2009 and it won't have any data at all because it was a fake account. But if there was data in here, it will tell you the number of tickets you played, the amount of money you spent, and yes, if you added the extra power play for those tickets, it adds that into the cost money spent as well, and it tells you how much you've won. Sometimes we really don't want to know that, but it's there in case you do.